Most of my guy friends are single right now, and this is why. And no one's really talking about this, by the way.
Modern day dating sucks for plenty of reasons, and it's going to continue to suck because I don't think women understand that they fully dictate and control the dating marketplace. If a young man gets on the internet and sees that to get an attractive girl, to get a girlfriend, period, I need to be very successful, have everything in my life in order, well, he's going to put his head down, build himself up, and once he's ready, he'll go find him a wife. Most men don't even really come into their own until their early to mid 30s. I say this all the time. My dad had me and he was 24 years old. He was dead broke. By his mid 30s, he was making $250,000 a year. Dating was fucking easy as hell for him. Do you even think that a successful man that has a lot of money, and that's relative, doesn't have to be millions, do you think it's hard for him to operate in the dating world? Hell no. All you got to do as a man is flex a little bit of a lifestyle, and they'll come. My pop says all the time, he said, I would hate to date in this generation. He was like, because love is so secondary. It's what can you do for me right now? How much money do you have? He said, when did 20-year-olds, when were y'all supposed to be rich and everything figured out? He said, that doesn't even make any sense. Everybody wants this luxurious lifestyle, fancy lifestyle to live, but what women don't understand, the dude that has his head on his shoulders that you don't want at 24, he's going to be that rich, successful dude at 30, and he might not want you then. Men on average have to work extremely hard to get successful, especially get paid. So once they reach that point, they become the catch. A girl just has to wait to get chosen then. I know a lot of women don't like when they hear this, but the longer you are single, the harder it's going to be for you in the dating world. That's reality. You need to live in it. If you find a guy that has his head on right and his trajectory looks good, keep him. For majority of people, there is not a Prince Charming coming to save you, some rich man that's just going to fall out the sky and come get you. That's not going to happen. You don't have a lot of dating options or romantic partners. I don't know why people think they do. All of this is just a cycle. The dude that you don't want at 25, 26, 27, once he gets established at 32, 33, you now have to get chosen. That man becomes a catch. A man that's, let's say, 6 foot, has all his money in order, and is successful, he is the prize now. Oh, a lot of dudes now, they'll just be single, they'll work their ass off, and once they're established and ready, they'll do the picking. And then a lot of women just have to wait to get chosen.
So I always get asked by my friends, my family, Brooke, why don't you go on dates anymore? Like, what's happening? I will tell you exactly what's happening. I'm just gonna clarify and say not all men are the same. I know that. I've met some really great men, but also I've met some pretty ignorant men. And I'm going to say some things that they have said to me in the course of a year, coming from different men. Okay, the first one's a winner. He said, I had to write it down. There's quite a few. This one man said, you know, Brooke, you would look a lot more feminine if you shaved that mustache off your face. The next one is like my favorite. He was a man of God. You know, he went to church. He's like, Brooke, are you racist? Like, Brooke, are you racist? Hello? And the same one, he was like, out of the blue, we were eating some pizza on a date. Brooke, what's your body count? What's my body count? Okay, so here's another one. Brooke, are you a man? Your arms? I did not know your arms were that muscular. They're bigger than mine. You must have a lot of testosterone in your body. That's so... this one. So I typically get like makeup on my eyes. Sorry, I don't really care. Like, obviously it looks like I got makeup on. He was looking at me and I was like, what? He's like, Brooke, you have a lot of makeup on your eyes, like right there. It looks really ghetto. Oh, and one last one. He was about like 28 years old. He's like, Brooke, if I were you, I would be down in Miami partying on a man's boat, getting free stuff. And like, I thought about it. I was like, you know, he kind of has a little bit of a point, you know, like, I'm like, oh, okay. But also, I'm in my late 20s. I'm like so far past doing that stuff. So yeah, those are just some things that has made me be a little bit like turned off to dating. So yeah.
One time a couple of years ago, I bought a woman a drink at the Vinyl Lounge. And this was my move. There was a gal behind me. I thought she was kind of cute. And so I didn't even like approach her. I was just like, hey, whatever she's getting, put it on my tab. And the night progresses. I'm sitting at my buddy's table, and the same girl comes up to me. I'm like, oh shit, this might have worked. She gave me a $5 bill.
She paid you back.
She paid me back. And the thing was, it was a $12 drink.
That's worse.
That's worse.
I always say, listen, the big saying out there is the worst you could say is no. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. They're fires. The worst she can do is you buy her a drink and she pays you back.
With a deficit.
Yeah.
With not even the full sum amount. And I tipped that motherfucker too, so I'm talking about like a $15 drink.
And she gave you hard cash. It wasn't like a Venmo or it wasn't like she handed you she may not even had that $5 bill. She may have to ask somebody else.
That's much funnier.
For cash, because she probably didn't carry it in with her. Because like
give me anything.
Yeah.
Give me anything.
Well, you know there are some girls that don't bring in their wallets or their bags because they're just like, well, other people are gonna buy my drinks. So maybe she didn't even have her bag and she had to ask somebody to pay you back.
Which I respect the move. I genuinely like gained the game. It hurt my feelings, but at the time, that's hilarious.
Even if she didn't like you, I mean, you both could have just moved on and not been, and it had been a nothing burger, you know, and that would have been okay. But like, she wanted you to know that she was like, I'm not in this.
At this rate, I just want my $7.
This might be dramatic. I'm not saying that it's not. Is anyone else just tired of dating? I literally just sat in my car for 20 minutes crying because I'm so tired of pointless conversations and meaningless interactions with people that go absolutely nowhere. And by the way, no one has hurt my feelings. Nothing has happened to trigger this except for me just realizing, like, what is the point? Truly. Like, no one dates with intention and actually wants anything serious, and it's just like constant disappointment, and I'm just tired of having that negative energy in my life. But I also feel like I'm getting older and it's like I have to put some effort into dating or I'm just gonna be alone forever. But now I'm just honestly getting to the point where I'm just gonna be the single aunt, and I think I'm okay with that.
So a couple of weeks ago I was texting a woman and she told me she was living with her parents, which is, there's no shame in that. She said she's unemployed in between things, living with her parents. Same, like 2 sentences. She asked where I lived. I told her I rent a house. Verbatim, she said, ooh, men who don't own property are a red flag. Live from her parents' basement, she said this. I'm like, is it, like, don't you have a curfew? Like, what? At least I don't have to worry about waking up my parents if I bring somebody home. Like, what? I'm so sorry. Like, champagne taste on a beer budget, right? Again, no shame, but like...
This is my personal opinion of why dating in San Francisco sucks. Number one, all the men in the Bay Area want to be chased. Dead ass. Like, point blank period. They want you to open the doors for them. They want you to compliment them. They want you to bring flowers on their dates. They want you to split the bill. They want you to basically chase them. They want to be chased so bad here. Number two, a lot of these men have nice paying jobs in the Bay Area, like software engineers, and you would be surprised at the amount of people who acknowledge that they make significantly more than me, around $300,000 to $800,000 a year type of deal, and they still ask me to split the bill at the end of the meal. Now, in my opinion, that is a deal breaker for me. To each their own. If some girls want to split the bill, that's fine, but I have had a very traumatic experience splitting the bill with my ex of 7 years until he asked me to split the cost of an engagement ring. So no, I am not splitting the bill with you. And if you make 3 times more than someone that you're on a date with, why don't you just pay for the fucking bill? And to be very honest, I take myself out to eat all the time. If I'm going to be splitting the bill, it's like I'm paying for my own meal and I'd rather just not see you. And I take my girls out all the time to nice dinners and I pay for everybody. So I don't see why it should be a big deal for the man to do it. Don't get me started on just the lack of emotional intelligence and the lack of awareness. A lot of these men cannot be bothered to have a conversation about basic like emotional needs. A lot of these men cannot even plan a date. A lot of these men do not bring flowers or open your door. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, there's literally no chivalry. It's dead here. And number 3, a lot of them fear commitment and are avoidance. It's actually hell on earth. Imagine trying to date someone for months. You guys literally spend almost every weekend with each other. You're spending the nights with each other. And then they just tell you, I don't see this going anywhere serious. We should just have fun, which is fine, but they don't really tell you that until they actually start treating you like a girlfriend. And everyone here is like in a poly situationship. I feel like everyone in SF has dated somebody that you know at one point. So I'm just like, I just either need to get out of the Bay Area or like meet someone through my friend, because I just feel like the love of my life is not here. It's not here, and I don't think it's here for you either, girl. I'm sorry.